heaven is really a links thing.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
So the other day, somebody that I worked with messaged me to say, oh, I met Shirley, and Shirley said, oh, because they saw that they had a stethoscope or something, and they were like, do you know Stasia? Because I know she's a doctor and whatever. She's a friend of mine. And I'm like, I was a bit annoyed because, not because the person said what they said to me, but because the other person said, I am their friend. In my opinion, we're not friends, right? And I thought about it. It was very strange. I'm like, yes, we're associates, but not friends, And I thought about it. It was very strange that I said, is this how Jesus feels when we say we're Christians, but we're not? Like, I know he's not annoyed, of course, but why are you calling up my name? You know what I mean? There. So I thought about it and I said, heaven is really a links thing. In Matthew 7:21, it talks about the fact that many will come and say unto me, Lord, Lord. And he's going to say, I never knew you. Even though they said, have we not prophesied in thy name? Have we not cast out demons in thy name? We visited people in the prisons. But he is saying that they worked iniquity, meaning they do not have his character. They do not know him. It's that person. The only people that will make it to heaven are those that Jesus knows. That Jesus can say, I know him. He is my friend. And that clicked to me. That it's not only about you knowing Jesus, it's about Jesus knowing you. So how do we ensure that Jesus knows us? You trying to get a job, right? And you have a cousin who may know somebody, but the person doesn't know you. So you know them, but they don't know you. In order for you to get that job, they need to know you. So how do you ensure that you know this person, or that this person knows you, right? How do you ensure that this person knows you? What you do, you start to form a relationship with them. You try to call them, you try to communicate with them. If it's even just on a business level, you have to communicate with them. You get their number, you get their email, something. With that being said, it's the same for God. We have to ensure that we're establishing a communication line with him, which of course would be praying, reading the Bible, and listening to him when we read the Bible through his word, of course, right? It's not just, I hear a lot of Christians say, oh, I pray. Okay, so you are talking to God, but is he talking to you? And of course, the number one way in which he speaks to us is through his word, through opening the Bible. And then when you see the verse, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and then all these things shall be added unto you. Say, okay, Stasia, so I need to seek God first. That's what he's telling me through the word, and then he'll provide everything. So I'm not going to be worrying about, oh, how can I attain these things in life? How can I get the job or whatever? But I'm going to have a devotional life with him, not forsake the gathering of the brethren, do what he wants me to do, help others, of course. And then now I'm going to see everything fall into place. So I would just like to implore us that it's not enough to say that we're Christians. It's not enough to say, I've been baptized and I'm going to church, or I help this person or that person. It's not enough to say that. But can God say he knows us? Just like how he said he knew Moses and he knew David. He knew that David was a man of his own heart. Can he say that about us? Let us ensure that we make that link connection between God and ourselves, between Jesus and ourselves. A lot of times I'll ask people, in ministry, are you a Christian? And they'll say, oh, I haven't gone to church in a long time, or I haven't done this or that in a long time. Yes, church going is a part of it. Do not get me wrong, because as I mentioned before, it says, do not forsake the gathering of the brethren. But when I'm asking that question, I'm never really asking when last you go to church. I am asking, when was the last time you spoke to God? How has your devotional life been? Because once that's okay, everything else will fall into place. You understand? The problem is sometimes we focus on, you have to go to church, and these people who came to God and said, we prophesied in your name, we cast out devils. What? You cast out devils? You were in deliverance ministry? You're telling me, and you're not going to make it into heaven? Because he doesn't know you. So anytime you ask somebody, you're ministering or asking, are you a Christian? It's about that relationship, that vertical relationship between us and God. That's all it's about, right? And then everything else will fall into place. So can you say God knows you?